Hello, Cadence.
Hi,
Hi, Cadence. How are you?
good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. I had a lovely weekend. I've had a good week so far. It's very sunny outside right now. I don't know if you could. Oh, yeah, you can't see because of my background. Here, let me just change my background for a second. Take this off. None. There we go. I don't know if you could see, but it's very bright right now. What's the weather like for you right now, Cadence?
It is very shiny outside these few days, and I also today I baked a cake, which is like a chocolate cake.
Wow, you did a chocolate cake this time. Excellent. Because last time you did a tea cake, right? Like a green tea cake or something.
Yes.
Yeah, wow, you did a chocolate cake this time. So, whose idea was it to bake a chocolate cake? Was it your idea or your mom's or your dad's or Cody's?
Uh, this is my mom's idea, and we tried it today, and it is very delicious.
Nice. Okay. So could you explain how you make the cake? Because I haven't made many cakes before. Like, what ingredients did you need and what did you do?
Um, we make chocolate cake, so we need the cocoa powder, and we also need the flour to make the chocolate cake, and also we need some milk and 3 eggs, and then we need to mix up the egg, and then we just put we needed to separate the egg, and then mix it together fastly, and then we can make the chocolate cake, and we put in the oven for 30 minutes, and we can eat it.
Very good. Excellent. And I'm just putting this in your Google Doc right here. I'll just share my screen with you for a second. That's brilliant. Who did all of this? Who did the mixing? Did you mix all of the ingredients together or did your mom mix them together?
My brother and I mix it together.
Very good. Nice. You and your brother mixed it together. And who put them into the shape of the cookies? Or it was a cake that you made. Okay, gotcha. Good stuff. Have you tried it yet, Cadence? Have you eaten some of
Yes,
it?
yes,
Yeah.
and it is really good, and it can be our breakfast for tomorrow.
Very good. Excellent. All right. Okay, cool. Well, it's your breakfast for tomorrow. Okay. So you're gonna have some for breakfast? You're very lucky. Excellent stuff. All right. Cadence, when is your birthday?
Uh, my birthday is on 20th of July.
July. Okay, excellent. Right on. So what kind of cake do you think you will ask for your birthday?
Um, I love maybe mango cake because I love mango. Mango is like really sweet, so I love it very much, and I eat some outside mango cake, which is very delicious. So I want to have mango cake for this uh, birthday cake.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Do they grow mangoes in Hong Kong?
I think they don't grow mango in Hong Kong because the weather is not that good.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I don't think we grow mangoes in Canada either, but they are delicious for sure. When I lived in Thailand, I used to have a lot of mangoes. Okay, great. Excellent. So we're right here in the Google Doc. So today, what is the date today, Cadence?
Today is the 12th of April.
Perfect. Awesome. So we have your vocabulary, your grammar. Oh, yeah. So instead of saying fastly, it would be better to say quickly. You stir it quickly or you make it quickly. That's right. Then we have the positive feedback, constructive criticism, and the recommendations. All right. Fantastic. All right, so today for our conversation, I gave you three options of what to talk about. So the first one is positive outcomes of COVID-19. So positive outcomes for example, the lockdown or the quarantine, not of the disease itself, of course. Number two, confidence. And number three, a borderless world. So a world without borders. So what would you like to talk about? Do you need some time to decide? Do you want a minute to think, or do you know what you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the positive outcome of COVID-19.
Nice. Okay, excellent. So let me just copy this. And I think it would be better to maybe even just say like the positive outcomes of I don't know how to word this, of the lockdown or quarantine. Quarantine. All right, cool. Awesome. So first of all, let's have a look at the reading right here, okay? Did you read any of it, Cadence?
I read a bit of it.
It's okay. I only read a bit of it as well, so that's okay. All right. So you could come down here into the reading. And I'd like for you to just take maybe 1 minute, 1 or 2 minutes, and just go through this article and then tell me a couple things that you read about, a couple things that are positive outcomes from the pandemic. Okay. And we're going to make a little list. Okay. So here's your task right here. Do a quick read. So do a quick read through the article and think of three positive outcomes of the quarantine. Okay, and they don't have to be three positive outcomes from this article. This article is just supposed to give you some ideas. They could even be from your own life as well. And we'll be talking about that today too. Okay, so one example, just before we get started, one example for me, the quarantine gave me more time to learn languages, right? So it gave me more time to learn languages. Not for everybody, but for me, it was positive in that way. Okay, so I'd like for you to read through here, think about your own experience, think about three things, three positives that have come from the quarantine, and then we'll talk about that in maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead. Okay, Cadence. So let's see what you came up with. All right. So, Cadence, what are some positive outcomes from the quarantine that you could think of?
I think the positive outcome of the quarantine is that I can stay more at home to think up more things that it is creative than I can do. So
Very
it
good.
will become not too boring at home.
Very good. Excellent. Could you summarize that and write it down in a sentence? So could you write down what you just said? Yeah. And just summarize it, please. Very good. Very good. So when we use the verb to make, we need to have an object in the sentence as well. So instead of saying to, we could actually say you or me or him or her, right? So it can make you be more creative, or it can make me be more creative. Nice. All right, great. Perfect. That's number one. Yeah, so staying at home can make you more creative. How could it make you more creative if you stay at home?
Sometimes for example, like you can stay at home, like you are in the kitchen and you can think of many dishes that you can make out, and maybe it will be delicious.
Yeah, exactly. If you have some things that you don't use, for example, during the quarantine, in order to not be bored, we use some of those things. So, for example, I see you have some books behind you or some movies. Like, if you have some books that you haven't read for a long time, maybe during the quarantine, a lot of people were able to read those books. Or if you have some ingredients, some food that you haven't made for a long time, you could make that food, so you could be more creative in that way. Or if you have some like paint or some crayons or pencil crayons, then you could make a picture, because you have more time to do that. Potentially for some people, right? Everybody is different and has a different experience. Okay, so it could make people more creative. Good stuff. Next, what is another positive outcome?
I think the positive outcome of the quarantine is that you can communicate more with your families, because when you stay at home, the time is more, then you and the family is together, and you will be boring, and you will chat it together, and when you chat more, then you will communicate more, then it's just good.
Good, excellent. And we could use the passive adjective. You will be bored. You will be bored instead of you will be boring, right? So bored means you are receiving that you are experiencing this emotion or this feeling, right? Of being bored. Okay, great. Could you write that down, please, Cadence? That point. That's a great point. Yeah, that's right. Excellent. So were your parents at home for most of the quarantine as well? Were they working from home, for example?
They work at home mostly when quarantine.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, same with my parents. Well, my mom did because my mom's a teacher like me, but my dad is a truck driver, so he can't work at home. He needs to drive things around, right? So he wasn't able to stay at home. My dad delivers beer in a truck, so he has to drive very far to deliver that. Yeah. Do you think it's better for people to work at home or to work outside of the house? I know you don't have a job, but if you could imagine.
I think it's better to stay at home, because you can get get up more late, and because you don't need to have some traffic time, so like you can just wake up and then open your computer and start the work.
Exactly, definitely. So you could say, you can get up, and then we could put later. Yeah, later. And instead of traffic time, you could use the word commute, right? So you could say, you have a shorter commute. Yeah, that's right. That's one of the reasons why I really like working from home, because I don't have to travel as much. How about for school? You get to stay home. I'm assuming you got to stay home from school during the quarantine. Um, so, do you think it's better to stay home from school, or do you think it's better to go to school?
I think this is not a good idea to stay at home to learn, because um, staying at home is really boring, and it I feel like it's only one student is in the class, and when I go to school, the most important thing is like communicate with our friends or teachers. But if we stay at home, then we cannot communicate with our friends or teachers.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. So sometimes it feels like you're alone in the class. That's yeah, okay, all right. Gotcha. How about your friends? Do your friends like learning from home, or do they prefer to be in the class as well?
I know they prefer like going to school, um because sometimes they when they chat with me, they always said that it is very boring, and 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 sometimes we cannot play together or talk together.
Gotcha. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What do teachers use for classes when they're online? Do they use Zoom, or do they use a different platform?
Uh, our teacher used Google Meet.
All right. Yeah, that's what teachers do over here as well. Some teachers do that. Yeah. Okay, very good. And do you prefer Zoom or Google Meet?
Um, I prefer like Zoom, because I think um the function is more.
More
There's
function.
more function.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Yeah. Like you could have a background, but you could probably do that on Google Meet as well. I don't know. As I said, I don't really use Google Meet. Okay, let's go on to your third point then, Cadence. Let's go down here. All right, great. So we have a point here. I'll put a point while you're thinking. So for me, it gave me more time to learn languages. Um, I think another thing that was good about it is that I got to spend more time with my cats. Um, I got to spend more time with my cats. Yeah. I got to spend more time with my pets, and that was very nice to be able to spend time with my pets. Um, yeah. So I have two cats, and I got them from Ireland, two little kitty cats, and I was able to spend time at home with them, with my girlfriend, of course, and my two cats. Here, I'll send you I'll send you a couple pictures of my cats if I have any. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna have to re-download iTalki on my phone. That's okay. I'll send them to you after. Okay, so Cadence, let's find one more point that you thought was positive about staying home during the quarantine.
I think it can make me more healthier because staying at home is very boring. So we need to find something that is like interesting. And when you stay at home and when you find something that it is delicious, then you make it and you always eat a lot. And so that if you feel that you eat too much, then you can do some like workouts or exercise at home.
Very good, excellent. Yeah, could you write that down in a sentence and summarize that, please? It's brilliant. Very good, excellent. And since we have the ER at the end of healthy, it's already a comparative, so we don't actually need more. We can take more away. Yeah, it can make us healthier. All right, fantastic. All right, great stuff, Cadence. So you said that it can make us healthier because you could try different foods, right? So what I'd like for you to do for the next task, we'll just do one more task. I want you to prepare a brief presentation explaining maybe at least 3 new things you tried during the pandemic. Okay. All right. So I could give you an example. During the pandemic, for me, I bought a guitar online and I began teaching myself how to play the guitar, but it hurt my fingers, so I stopped playing it. And but I did learn how to play a couple short songs, which was nice. But I think I prefer the piano. Another thing that I began doing during the pandemic, I began learning languages, right? So I started learning French and Spanish and German and other languages as well. And I took many classes on iTalki. And another thing I suppose you could say I did during the pandemic is I began jogging more. Luckily, I was living in a small village, so it was safe to go outside during the pandemic. So I spent a lot of time jogging, and that was very healthy for me. So those are 3 things that I did to be healthier during the pandemic. So I'm going to give you some time to prepare. I'll give you 2 minutes to prepare. And then after that, I'd like for you to speak for 2 minutes and to just share what you have, what the 3 things that you have tried during the pandemic. And they could be healthy or unhealthy, completely your choice. Okay? All right. Do you have any questions, Cadence?
No.
No? Okay, perfect. I will set the timer for 2.
Hello, teachers. Sorry to interrupt this teaching demonstration. I just quickly wanted to let you know that I have teaching materials available on Patreon. It's a great way to support me, to allow me to continue doing what I love to do, helping teachers in the teaching community. There are dozens of free materials and low-cost materials on my Patreon page. Another thing you could do is head on over to Udemy. I have a free course there for online language teachers, and I also have other courses that could help you to improve or just get started as a language teacher. So I'll leave it at that. Keep watching and keep smiling.
Okay, Cadence, that's about 2 minutes. So I will set your timer and you could begin your 2-minute presentation where you tell me about 3 things you tried during the pandemic. You may begin.
I tried 3 things during the pandemic. First is I tried how to cook. Other than baking some cake. I try to cook because I think cooking is important for me. If I don't know how to cook, then I can't even survive. And I tried to cook some egg and some noodles, some very basic one, and I found that it is not that hard. So I will continue to uh, make more, make more dishes to eat. And recently I found that I can make fried egg with tomato, and I found the recipe online, and which is very good and very healthy because uh I add very little of the sugar, salt, and oil, so it is very healthy for me. Then I try to sleep earlier and wake up earlier. I think this is important because I think uh, health is really important. If we don't sleep earlier or wake up earlier, then our body may not be that healthy. And I think sleep earlier is more important because if I did not sleep earlier that day, on the other day, I will be very tired and I did not have the motivation to do anything. So I think it is important. Then I try to draw by color pen, and which is very fun, and I love it. I draw some animals, like I draw some birds and penguins, which I really love it. And I draw many pictures. Some also I draw some view about the outside view, and which is some sea and sunset, and it is very beautiful, and I will continue to draw it.
Very good. Excellent. Well done, Cadence. That's more than 2 minutes. That's more than 3 minutes. Well done. I have a question about your drawings. Do you have any of the drawings with you that you could show me?
Not here.
Not here? No? Okay, all right. That's okay. Maybe next time. All right, cool. Well done. It sounds like you've tried a lot of new things, and some of those things are really good. For example, sleeping better is really important. You know, I feel like I'm not very productive if I don't sleep well. So, by the way, I sent you a few pictures in the iTalki chat of my cats, just in case if you haven't seen them before. So this is my cat, Adair, and we got him in Ireland, and that's Ballymena. So she's the girl cat, and he's the boy cat. They're a little bit older now, but yeah, we got them in Ireland. That's them him trying to sleep and her half sleeping, making a funny face. And that's just me with Adair. Yeah. So yeah, those are our two cats. There are two little cats that we got from Ireland. Do you have any pets, Cadence?
I do not have any pets, but I have fish, and I really want to have dogs.
Very nice. What kind of dog would you like?
Maybe some small dog, because I think big dog is quite scary for me.
Yeah, it's scary. Yeah. I I want to buy a dog as well. I really miss having dogs. There's a dog here at my dad's house, so I do have a dog at my dad's house. But at my home with my fiance, I really want a dog. And I'm like you, I don't want a small dog. I want like a kind of a small to medium sized dog, right? So not the smallest dog, but a little bit like closer to medium size, but not a big dog. No. Yeah, that's my that's my cup of tea, as they say. Okay, very good, Cadence. Well, we could go ahead and have a look at your homework, and then we could I'll assign homework and we could finish up for today. All right. So let's head on over here to your Google Doc. Perfect. So you could go ahead and paste your homework into the Google Doc whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Beautiful. Oh, speaking of dogs, you talked about dogs here. Okay, excellent. Could you go ahead and read this to me, please?
Okay. All the pets in the world are cute and loyal. I love cats, hamster, and dogs. However, I love dogs the most. I think that dogs are very loyal and it is our best friends. They won't betray their master and take good care of me. They will also welcome people home and bark when dogs see the master back home. I will be delightful and feel warm if the dog welcome me home. Then, having dogs can make us do more exercise and prevent blood pressure. According to some investigation, dogs and humans have heart problems are less than the people who do not walk their dogs or have exercise. As a result, petting dogs can be more healthy and have a lower chance of heart problems. Next, dog can train our responsibility because keeping dogs is not that easy. We can't abandon them because this is the responsibility of keeping dogs. Lastly, dogs can protect us when we have danger or difficulties because they have a strong sense of smell and eyesight that humans do not have. They can notice quickly and protect their master. I think that keeping dogs have many benefits. I will probably have a dog when I grow up.
Okay, well done, Cadence. Good stuff. So let's just go through here. This is so a few things that I like about it. Here, I'll start off with a few things that I like about it. So first of all, I really like your transition words that you have, like however, for example. I like the way that you format your paragraphs. So your sentences are very well formatted. So I'm just going to put maybe good organization. Here, I'll put this at the end so it's a little bit nicer. I'll put good organization, great range of vocabulary. We use a lot of different words here. I like how you express yourself, so well done sharing your opinion. So a few things to improve on are just things with a grammar for the most part. So just a couple things here. So for starters, dogs, that is plural, right? So because it is plural, we say dogs are. We should also say they are our best friends instead of it is our best friends. So they are our best friends. Yeah, because best friends, that's plural. So we put they are. Very good. You say I will be delightful. So we would actually say delighted. The reason why is because we're expressing a feeling, an emotion that somebody has as an effect of something, right? So it's just like saying scared, annoyed, frustrated. The ed at the end, we use it when we feel the effect. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. We can move on through here. Everything is good. People who do not want to, or yeah, to walk their dogs or exercise. Yeah, maybe, or according to some investigations, very good. Dogs and humans have heart problems are less than people who, dogs and humans having heart problems are less than people who do not walk their dogs or exercise. Yeah, we could just say exercise. As a result, that's another really good. You have some very good transition phrases in here. Excellent stuff. Who taught you all of these phrases? Cadence? Was it your teacher at school or did you learn them yourself?
Um, my teacher told us to learn this and use this on the writing.
Very good. Yeah, this is very good. So we could say keeping dogs. So we're talking about keeping as an activity. So we would actually say has instead of have. I will probably have a dog when I grow up because that's talking about the future and it's something that is likely. So yeah, well done, Cadence. This is really nice. I'm going to put all of this into, I'm going to talk about some of this in positive feedback. So excellent use of transition phrases. Yeah. And for constructive criticism, continue working on subject-verb agreement. Maybe I should work on spelling. And active versus passive adjectives. Well done. All right, Cadence, let me give you a few options for next class. So I'll just go to 300. Conversational topics. Here we go. Okay, maybe we could do this one right here. Live action adaptations, accents, exotic climates. Very nice. Okay, so those are your 3 options for next class. For homework, let's have a look. For homework, so number 1, just put homework, put option 1, go online and find 5 recipes that you would like to make in the future. Maybe that you would like to make this year. Okay, so 5 new recipes. And they could be sweet things like cakes or cookies, or they could be things that you eat for dinner or things that you eat for breakfast. It's completely your choice, okay? Option 2, so the other option you have is maybe, what are some ways, what are some ways that people in Hong Kong, maybe we could say, what are some things that people in Hong Kong do to try to be healthy? Yeah, so for example, maybe people go to yoga, maybe people go jogging. What do people do in Hong Kong to try to be healthier? Okay, and that is it. Cadence, great work today. Do you have any questions before we finish up?
No.
No? Okay, well done. I will see you next time, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Bye, Cadence.
Bye.